Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's Wednesday, which means Matt Fargo, Kevin Thomas. Today, college football. It is college football season. We've released NFL previews, college football divisions we went over. I did a little Nebraska-Cincinnati yesterday. Today, we will be looking at Auburn and Baylor for Friday the 29th. But before we get to that, you're here. You know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell on so you know each and every day we roll out free pick videos. Now it's football season. There'll be a lot of football. You might have a random MLB game in there for poops and giggles when the playoffs arrive. Who knows? But let's be honest. Everybody loves the NFL and college footies. That's what we're going to concentrate on. So put that notification bell on. Football Fridays. Chip Trimish does his old school legend videos with the old timers, the OGs of the sports betting community. You don't want to miss out on those. And again, free picks are the free picks. I'll be keeping track of them. No props like baseball. Sides, totals, we will keep a record all season long. But again, these are just the free picks. Our best bets, top plays, all the good stuff at gamblersworld.net. You see it up top. I say it all the time. 3 730 packages are super. We got a nice weekend coming up here. This would be a 7-day kind of play for me because you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, college football. 7-day plan, guaranteed show you a profit or we crash your back. Great time to do that. Next Monday, maybe that's a 30-day package, right? You know, it's the start of the month. Starts on a Monday. Can't be 30 days the entire month, guaranteed. Or you just want NFL, you just want college football. We have the season early bird packages up, and the NFL one, again, $5.49. It's coming down to less than $25 a week. That is a smart money move, people. That is a smart money move. There's nothing else to say about that. If we don't make it $25 a week, which is, you know, we do better than that here, I don't know what to tell you. Invest. All right? Get on board with that great deal. Now, gentlemen, good to see everybody here. College football's back. We had a couple games a week, Zero. I don't know if you have any kind of wild takes on that. I mean, UNLV, a 30-point favorite, steamed up from 21 or 22, nearly loses that game, but you know, it is what it was. Nice little appetizer there. Kev, any takeaway from the week 0 or no? Kind of like get your feet wet. It's kind of like you open up the pool in early May. You're cleaning up and it's hot out. It's like that rare, 88, 91 degree day up in the Northeast. But you get in the pool, you're like, wow, this is like 65. It's kind of chilly. I just put my feet in. How do you approach the week 0?
Oh, it is football weather. You can tell by my outfit. It is cold, and I approached it. I went after the total in that UNLV game. I gave out to take the first half, half with Idaho State. Just too many returning players on the other side. UNLV, new offensive line, new quarterback. They just had too many parts that were moving. I thought UNLV would cover in the end. That's why I went with the total on that game. But I did like the Idaho to cover the first half, which they did. They were winning outright, so you didn't even need the points. And at the end of the game, I mean, that was for Mullins. That's not the start he was looking for. I mean, a win's a win. As bettors, that's all we want is the win. So I was excited for that. In Hawaii, I kind of figured that was going to happen. I didn't touch that, but teams go to Hawaii. They usually go there to lose. And Stanford, the way that game ended, I figured that would happen too.
Yeah, Stanford, Andrew Luck comes in, and he gets rid of coach, brings in his old buddy over there. It's going to be one of those years for them, right? I mean, you don't have a coach who's laying a foundation. It's more of we get a pro in here, let's keep it professional, and then worry about chasing our guy next year. So Stanford's got some rebuilds going on for sure there. Matt, what did you think of the week 0?
Yeah, you make a good point about Stanford. There's right now it's a program that just is in flux. They don't know what's really going on right now, and I had Hawaii in that game. Probably a little fortunate. With the comeback win, but Stanford is not going to be good at all this year. And the one game my main game, I had Iowa State over K-State. They win it outright. We talked about it in the Big 12 preview, where I'm really high on Iowa State this year. And to get that first win is really big in a conference that is pretty much wide open, right? We talked about
Yep.
that, and we're going to talk about a team today and from that conference that we didn't really touch much on, who I really like as well. And we'll talk about that. But yeah, week 0, 5 games, not much really to take out of it. But yeah, good 2-0 start, and looking forward to a big week 1.
Well, so here we go. The official week 1 has arrived, and again, you're tuning in. Hit the like button here. Leave a comment. We're jumping on Auburn and Baylor here for Friday the 29th. It is a 8 o'clock kickoff. I believe this is on one of the Fox channels here if you're interested in that. So it's Friday. Baylor, Auburn a 2.5-point road favorite here. A favorite on the road these guys. Total 57.5. Hugh Freeze, here we go. It's the old, year 3 kind of year in most coaches. This is it, right? It's third year. You have your quarterback, you have your guys. Just pick up forward 5-7 last year. They bring in a transfer quarterback from Oklahoma. They also bring in a transfer quarterback from Stanford. I'm guessing the Oklahoma guy is going to get the start, right? He should be getting a start. Although Hugh Freeze says, you know what, I'm going to play all 3 guys. That could be some gamesmanship. If you have 3 quarterbacks, you have none. To me, I don't know. Call me crazy. If Oklahoma's got a quarterback, that's the guy's probably a little bit better of a thrower than a Stanford guy. How often are you going to get another Andrew Luck Stanford kind of quarterback? We've seen them struggle here. But I look at this line, fellas. Is there some SEC bias in here with them being favored here on the road? I know Baylor. Listen, Arnada, he rebounded nice last year. 8-5 season. I thought he was going to get canned when he started 2-4. So a little reprieve on him. Good quarterback, right? This guy threw for almost 30 TDs last year, 3,000 something yards. I'm the line here tells me to take Auburn. My brain is like, I don't know if I could do that. You give me a home dog here with let's be honest, Big 12 little brother, big brother here. SEC's the big bad SEC. Matt, what do you think about this one?
False favorite. I 100% agree with you, and you make a good point about because you think it's a false favorite, you probably should take Auburn. I can't trust this team. I really can't. I don't trust Hugh Freeze. I don't at all. And with Baylor, they come back as the 3rd most experienced team in the Big 12. And as I mentioned, we didn't really touch much on them, if at all, in the Big 12 preview. They bring back 10 starters on offense and 9 on defense. And Robinson is probably the best quarterback in the conference. I would have to say, and Armada, he brings in a defensive philosophy, and prime time on a Friday. The players know the line. They know they're all of a sudden oh my God, we're underdogs to this SEC team. Yeah, give me Baylor.
Home dog in Waco, Kev. Again, the 2.5. If you told me this was on the neutral, I'd be like, all right. If you told me that Hugh Freeze is coming off a 10-3 year, and all right, he's breaking a new quarterback, but you're breaking in 3 quarterbacks. What a favor. Tell me I'm missing something here with Baylor.
Well, look, I think David Koresh could come out of the stands and quarterback here, and it's not going to do him any good. I don't care if they're playing in McLean Stadium. If Hugh Freeze loses this game, he might as well just get in his car and go home because he's done. This is a must-win for him. His team knows this. Jackson knows this. Everyone knows it. That offensive line is going to be way too big for Baylor. They're just going to run the ball. They're going to have to sell out and stop the run. And that's when the game's going to get interesting because Auburn has some underrated – that Cam Coleman, he's a stud, and he's big. No one on Baylor matches up with him. And if they try to double him, that's just going to open up for the other guys. Now, it's all going to come down to Palmer. Now, the reason I think the spread's this is because McPherson, the kicker's out. He's injured. I don't know if he's going to play, and their backup only hits 40% of field goals, which kind of makes me a little nervous there. So – if I'm Hugh Freeze and I got to kick a field goal and Alec McPherson's out, I'm just going to keep running the ball because I think they're going to have success running it. I think they're just going to pound them. I know things happen in Waco and crazy things, but it's not a premium for me. But if I was forced to bet it, I would take Auburn laying the points up to 3. I just think they're just going to be too much. And like I said, Hugh Freeze, I think this is it. I think you lose, you might as well just not even get on the plane.
Well, let's just start with that. You lose here. You have Ball State and South Alabama. So okay, you rebound. You're 2-1. At Oklahoma, which I'm not all that high in Oklahoma. At A&M, home versus Georgia, home Mizzou. I mean, you're in a spot where you could lose 3 of those games. Even who knows how Mizzou's going to be.
No,
And at that
it's
point,
turnovers. I mean, without all those turnovers last year, they have a winning record in the SEC, which is pretty. That's hard to say for an SEC team to have a winning record, but way too many turnovers. I think they're just going to lean on that run and try to win the turnover battle, and it's going to be tough. But I don't see the Baylor quarterback running like he kind of can when he has to. Mr. Robinson running on this defense. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We're talking Baylor Auburn here for Friday night. It's an 8:00 kick. Auburn, the 2.5-point favorite here. Kev's enjoying Auburn. Matt's leaning on Baylor as a home dog here. And Matt, listen, he brings up a good point about the run game. SEC, the other, I don't want to say other conferences, other teams, if you want to throw like an Ohio State out there, or maybe a Texas, some of these squads from the Big 12 or Pac-12, or Oregon's and whatever nonsense, they've kind of closed the gap a little bit, right? I mean, we've seen SEC teams kind of maul because they used to be defense, and we're going to run the ball down your throats, right? We see Notre Dame would come and play these teams again and lose 40-13. We saw Clemson would get outclassed a little bit too with the speed. They're kind of slowly building up to that. He brings up a good point with the line there. This is not Arkansas 300-pound offensive lineman style, but the 2.5. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn went 5-7 last year, right? And they were a road favorite in one single game, and now they're picked. If you look at the publications and the Phil Steele's and the Athlon and all that, they're picked 11 or 12 in the conference, and now all of a sudden they start out of the gate as a road favorite.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. And Kevin brings up a really good point about the kicker being out. And yes, if it comes down to a 35-yard field goal on a 4th and 3 or something, yeah, they'll go for it, and that could make a difference. You're right, 100% right. But it's just like, oh man, I this isn't Auburn from the Pat Dye days. You know what I mean? When they were really, they're just not that team anymore. And to be favored on the road for the first game of the year when they weren't favored on the road at all last year, I think it's over aggressive.
So again, folks, talking this Auburn Baylor game, and there are other games here on a Friday night. This is probably the more marquee matchup of there's the Georgia Tech Colorado game, but a lot of these other games, smaller kind of games. We're running out a little free pick video here on this. Doesn't mean you have to bet it because it's on TV, it's on Fox. We got 3 guys here, and we're all talking different angles on this game. So maybe you like something else. Maybe you're a big Auburn guy. Maybe you're a big Baylor guy. Do yourselves a favor. Head over to gamblersworld.net on Thursday night. See what we have up. Those will be our best bets, our top plays. Could be in the Baylor-Auburn game from somebody on the site. Could be in Tarleton and Army. Could be the Georgia Tech Colorado game. What else we got here? Central Michigan, San Jose. I know I'll have games up on Friday. I'll have games up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. College football. Kev, you have anything rolling for the weekend yet here as we film this on a Wednesday?
John, I learned a long time ago when I put picks up early, it gets me in trouble. One, either someone purchased it the day of the game and the line doesn't match up with what I got, or we find out that kicker's not going to play and that line goes to a pick 'em and I get screwed as they lose by 3 when I could have at least got the push. So I wait till the game of. I mean, if it's really like a line that I don't think it's going to move a lot and I really like it, then I'll jump on it. But like this one, just with that kicker out, it could go to a pick 'em, could go to 3.5 before. I'm seeing 69% of the bets right now on Auburn and 90% of the big money on Auburn as well. That kind of keeps it away from being a premium. I like to see that first number a little under 50%. I don't like to bet with the public, but the public's getting smarter. Tons of free stuff out there. for the public. They can research it just like we do, and it makes it a lot harder. It makes our game a lot harder. So I do wait more closer to the day before to put my picks up.
Matt, he mentions a good part about the public, and people ask me, I do like my little shows, like, oh, well, the public's on this, public's on that. You know what? I'm an early guy. I got 13 games up on the site already for college football. I got another I think 10 up for NFL. And I put my thing. Hey, the line moved. Well, I'm not waiting for the day of. I think whether it's I'm getting 3, if it's +3, if it's -3, my team's going to win by 10. And if I'm taking a dog that's 10 points or less plus in that range, I think you're going to win outright. So it's a winner. I go to bed, everything. I put them in. I'm undefeated for the day. I'm 13-0. Now I wake up the next day and I could be 4-11 or 11-4. But the fact is, I don't want, the public to me, you can't worry about it because it gets in your head, right? Because everybody's seeing the same nonsense, same talking heads. They turn on the TV, which, let's be honest, when I see the guys on TV have all the same games, and if I'm on it, I can't go into the site and start deleting stuff. But you know what I can do? I can go into an app or on a website and hedge off of things for sure. And do I do that? Absolutely. I don't say, well, this is the day they're going to win because I'm going to overcome their jinxiness. But what do you think about the public, and what do you have on tap?
You bring up a really good point about the public. The public sees everything we see now. Like back in the day, we talked about this way back when we talked about the Hall of Fame game preseason, right? That NFL lines in the preseason were always 2.5, 3, maybe 3.5, and we could always find those edges because of the coaches, talked about their game plans, their quarterback rotation, whatever. Now that information is out there for everyone to see, and it's the same way with college. And Kevin brought up a good point about with college, like with NFL lines, regular season lines, they're not going to move much from now what they are right now to game day. They're not going to move much. So if plays it now, you're not going to see that line move where it's going against you, or you're going to get a favorable line. But with college lines are more volatile right now, and things can change in a heartbeat. I have nothing up for college right now. Week 1 is obviously the toughest week because we think we know these teams, and at the end of the week, we're like, oh no, I don't know this team that well at all. So week 1 is really tough, and I'm with Kevin when it comes to week 1. I'm going to wait until game day to put my plays up. After that, I put games up, Shawnee, like you, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
We saw Western Kentucky go from 7.5 to 10, 10.5 even. Hawaii, 2.5-point dog to 2.5-point favorite. UNLV, 22.5, we'll say, as a consensus, up to 30. Lines definitely move, folks. And if sometimes you want to follow the steam, late to the game, be a screen chaser, again, the public, that's great. You're living in New Orleans, you're getting all the books numbers from Louisiana books. You're in the New York, Philly area, New Jersey. Are you really giving consensus to wow, everybody's all over the Phillies or the Giants? I mean, that's the area. Same with Chicago. Same with, those are things you got to kind of tweak on your own, kind of use your own little common sense on there. But all right, folks, that's it. Auburn, Baylor. This is a free pick here. And we don't even have a consensus kind of really run here on the free pick. It's one of those Auburn looks like should cover. Why they favored after everything they've been through? Home dog, coming off a good win, steady quarterback. You make your own decision. This one to us I'm going to rule it as like a kind of official pass. I don't know. You guys, if one of you guys are firm on the game, we'll use it for the video. Anything from either of you as a firm bet.
I'll definitely have a premium probably on this total. That's what I'll be looking at. But I do think Auburn wins. But I would never take a money line on a football game in my life. So I would lay the 2.5 for my premium pick.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, I'm not playing this game at all because arguments are made both ways. Baylor should not be a home underdog, but that screams take Auburn. So, yeah, I'm laying low.
So this is what you do. You head to gamblersworld.net. You look up the games, who's got packages up, and you look for Friday, Baylor versus Auburn, and then you get your guaranteed winner off of gamblersworld.net for this game. because the free picks are the free picks. We try to hit them. Sometimes we like them. Sometimes we don't. I choose the games. As I say, you can pick your friends. You pick your nose. You can't pick your friend's nose. They can't pick the games here. I don't know if that makes any sense. It sounded better in my head. Anyway, comment section open. Tell us who you like. SEC fans, Big 12 fans, Auburn fans, Baylor fans. We'll be back tomorrow with more college football free picks. Gentlemen, good luck this season. Good to see you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.